I remember when my son was 2 or 3 years old, we were trying to get him to count from 1 to 10. And it was really frustrating because he couldn't count, he kept mixing it up. And I have a very vivid memory. When we put so much pressure on him, he once looked at me and said, "Papa, you think I'm stupid, don't you?" Well, actually, he didn't say the word exactly like that, but the look, impression on his face, I could tell. And it almost brought me to tears. One of the issues we had at the time was he was attending a playgroup, and we had this lady. She was a Turkish lady, and the daughter, who's actually maybe a couple of weeks or months older than my son, could count 1 to 10 in English, in Turkish, and in French. And we thought, God, this boy is not that bright, is it? But in the end, it's my son. And when he looked at me in the eye, that frustration from the pressure we've been putting on him, and he said, "Papa, you think I'm not bright, don't you?" There was tears in my eyes. And my reaction to it is, we have to back off. It's my son. I have no choice but to accept him for what he is. The thing is, 2-3 years later when he started school, I just couldn't believe it when I sit there, the teacher telling me how bright he is, he's the best in maths in his year group. And actually now, sometimes he comes to me and say, "Papa, what is 15 million times 5 million take away 38 trillion? I mean, of course, these are some of the things that I've tried to teach him to work out, but sometimes when he asks me, I don't know the immediate answer because I have things in my head and I just couldn't tell the answer. And he's so happy that he gets one over me because I don't know the answer. So I mean, obviously, it's quite a difference from that time when he couldn't count from 1 to 10, and now, I mean, I don't like counting my chickens, but in his age group in school, he's a top in maths and he's very happy. But the point I'm making here is, obviously, that is a bit of his success story, which I'm proud and he's proud. However, the point I'm trying to make here is sometimes, as a parent, you need to adopt an approach that, you need to back off. It's very important to encourage them, to try to nurture them. And one thing about me, one thing I like, my son came to me, I don't know, it was about 3-4 weeks ago, and he said, "Papa, you're really clever than the teachers at my school." I said, "Why?" And he said to me that, "When I ask you a question, you never tell me the answer. All you do is to ask me more questions and let me work it out. And the teachers at school always tell me the answer." But I leave that for him to work out. But all I'm saying is that it's very important to find a way of motivating your child, because actually I enjoy the learning process. There are so many things I don't know, and he's always very happy when he has his encyclopedia and his Guinness Book of Record and his Google to find out all this information and try to get one over me. So really, motivating a child is not it's not an easy business. And the point I'm also trying to make is, you don't have to be a powerhouse of knowledge yourself, but investing your time and getting into doing a few things and trying to encourage them. As a parent, really, what you need to do is to be a facilitator, and don't be too afraid at all if your child ends up being brighter than you or looking to be brighter than you. But for me, it's part of the process. I enjoy doing it, and I'm just there as a facilitator, somebody who tries to encourage, and all I do is ask questions and more questions and more questions. It's about trying to motivate your child, which is a tricky business. I hope you find that useful, and I'll see you now in the next video. Thank you for listening.